He builds me up and gives me love. More love than I ever see. That should have been in the damn movie, man. That song was my shit. You know my thing.
All right, it's that nigga.
YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, tell me it's your boy, Mr.2000, man. Just got done watching the Whitney movie. I'm hella late. Big shout out to Derek D.Omen, D.Omen.com, because I don't have cable, so I can't watch it on Lifetime, nor was I trying to get Lifetime the credit, because I just wanted to make sure, after that whole Aaliyah movie fiasco, yeah, they're not getting my rating. But glad to give my man D.Omen the shout out and the love. Make sure y'all go check out his blog site. He is at Masterflex. Anyway, the Whitney movie, definitely not what I expected it to be. This movie is one of those movies that basically you have to kind of take it with a grain of salt. If you haven't seen the movie, a lot of spoilers. So if you want to watch the movie, click off now and then go watch the movie. I'll wait. Alright, that's enough. Basically, the story is about Whitney and Bobby Brown's love. It's like a 5-year gap. You know what I'm saying? There's no, basically, it's not even really covering, it's mostly covering like the first 5 years of their relationship, marriage, or whatever. You're not going to see what you thought you were going to see. Basically, Whitney and Bobby met at the Soul Train Awards. She liked Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown had the bad boy attitude. Both of them were on top of their game. Bobby Brown, basically, in the movie, it is portrayed that he sacrificed a lot for her. He basically, gave up his career for her, and that's, a lot of things going on. They point out a lot of things, that we already knew. I mean, these are things that we knew, and it's a lot of things in the movie that were just, before a made-for-TV movie. Honestly, it's just crazy, The good about the movie, I love the casting, and I know that's kind of hard to believe. A lot of people were, but then again, you got to think about it. The Aaliyah movie set the trash bar real low for what we want in casting and whatever and everything overall in made-for-TV movies. So the casting for the Whitney movie wasn't bad. Angela Bassett did a fabulous job for a Lifetime movie, basically. The Whitney casting, Bobby Brown casting, I think that was pretty good. Well, the Bobby Brown cast, the only thing beef I had with the Bobby casting was, Homeboy was a little too soft. Maybe that's what they wanted to come across. Maybe that was the point they were trying to make. But, but then again, none of us know Bobby like that. So, for all we know, he might be a cake dude behind closed doors, The music, Deborah Cox, mwah, you did a phenomenal job. Don't listen to the hate. A lot of people will run around talking about, she's just trying to be Whitney. Nah, not at all. Deborah Cox sung those songs. And I'm very impressed with her skills, you know what I'm saying? Also, kudos to getting the rights to some of those other songs, you know what I'm saying? That shows a lot of people were behind this movie that you would think. The bad one is a Lifetime movie. I really felt like with the Aaliyah movie, I felt like this needed big screen attention. This needed a big screen, tender loving care. And it didn't get that. So that automatically goes on bad. It was portrayed as it was the Whitney Houston story. This should have been called Something in Common, the love story of Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston. That would have made way more sense than Whitney. Because it's called Whitney, I'm thinking we're going to get to see childhood stories. Like, you think Ray. Ray starts out, Ray's, doing his thing, trying to come up, showing him back home when he was a kid. James Brown movie, the same thing. Even the Aaliyah movie, it was, show her when she was a kid. this was basically a love story, and a damn good one. If you would have took Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown and called it Shaniqua and Brandon, you know what I'm saying? It's a great love story. You know what I'm saying? Ups and downs, what most couples go through in the first 5 years of their marriage. So a lot of people, you know, I guess since Whitney Houston was America's sweetheart, you know, the diva R&B, everyone expected that this was going to be something else. But it wasn't. Couples go through their problems, and that's just what it was. It showed the ups and downs of their relationships. Bobby Brown messing up, Whitney doing drugs. Bobby was on the liquor. You know what I'm saying? You know, he messed up. He apologized. People who outside the relationship kind of feeding in and basically ruining the relationship. And I mean, all this is there. You had Whitney's assistant Robin that was basically, you know, low-key hating on Bobby, not to mention, you know, the family as it was portrayed. You know, we don't know for sure. Then you got Bobby Brown's homeboy and baby mamas and ex-groupie bitches that are hating too. You know what I'm saying? But it showed strength in their relationship. And then when I saw the interview, well, it was like a little statement that Angela Bassett made, and I saw it, and I said, yeah, that's what I picked up. She was just trying to show a love that was strong, and I can appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? One thing I do want to address though is there's a lot of diehard Whitney Houston fans out there. I'm in a lot of Whitney groups on Facebook. You know, I constantly look at the Whitney Twitter feed, and there's a lot of hate, man. A lot of hate. They're shitting on Bobby real hard. You know what I'm saying? That Bobby Brown's telling a one-sided story. Bobby Brown making her look bad. Bobby's trying to sell her under the river. Okay. I'm not even going to disagree with you, but at the same time, y'all have to look at it like this. One, this is Bobby Brown's story. We'll never hear Whitney's side of the story because, God rest her soul, she's made her heavenly descent. But this is Bobby Brown's story. And in the movie, if Bobby loved her as much as his, or more as his portrayed character loved her, then that man's hurting, yo. That man is hurting really bad. So you have to kind of look at that, you know what I'm saying? And Whitney died suddenly. It wasn't like she was sick. She died suddenly, you know what I'm saying? And you got to think Bobby Brown was turned away from the funeral. Bobby Brown has basically been kind of shunned out of the whole situation. Everything Chrissy's going through. And fuck, Pat Houston, man. I'm sorry, man. I just don't fuck with Pat Houston at all. You know what I'm saying? Because I read the little bullshit statement that she put out for the state. She's the president of the estate. Man, fuck. Pat Houston want to be Whitney Houston so bad. Pat Houston want to be Whitney Houston so fucking bad. But anyway, basically Pat Houston was basically shit in the movie. And see, here's my problem with the whole thing. The movie's been in the making for a long time, for about a year or so. And right before the movie's release, she releases a statement on the estate's behalf. Y'all gotta look between the lines. So what that tells me is that there was some money on the table, and it wasn't what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? And Pat Houston is basically disrespecting this movie to the fullest. Like, this is not what we want. This is disrespect, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you mean like what happened 6 months after, not even 6 months after Whitney died, what y'all did? You mean how y'all basically made Chrissy out like she had a problem? You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing, when it comes to certain situations, like you can't really compare the Leah's situation and her death to Whitney Houston's, because Leah's family, when she died, you know, you saw them, the funeral, you know, outside, what, you know, they allowed to see. And, you know, granted, Leah was not as big as Whitney. I know Leah fans are probably like, fuck you, but sorry. You know, Leah had a great career. I'm a Leah fan. Fuck, but damn. That's like that's like comparing Genuine to Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. You just can't. No, there's no fucking way. Or better yet, that's like comparing Usher to Michael Jackson, not Genuine. You just can't. Even though Usher had a great career, you just can't. You just can't. Sorry. But basically, you know, I feel like this whole thing, I mean, Lifetime did really well on this movie, you know what I'm saying? And as much as Pat Houston didn't want this movie to be made, because I'm assuming they didn't give her what she wanted price-wise, you know what I'm saying? The only people that you should really be listening to as far as the movie goes is Miss Sissy and Chrissy. Because everybody else's opinion is null and void. From what I gather, Bobby, you know, everyone's saying, oh, well, Bobby Brown, you know, he got her on drugs. Man, no, please. First off, Whitney Houston, this is one of the reasons why I love Whitney Houston. You know why Whitney fans love Whitney so much? Because Whitney Houston's real. She was real. I mean, she was so real. She was like America's sweetheart, but she type of chick should go out and she'll wow corporate America and, you know, singing, I will always love you. And then she'll come in the back and crack a 40 ounce and spark a spliff like, man, I got these motherfuckers loving my shit. Yeah. That's why I love Whitney Houston. So raw. She ain't fake for nobody. Come on, you know, I just seen interviews where she was just straight hood. And I love that about Whitney Houston. I remember she was in the Down Ass Chick video with the Down For You video, the Murder Inc. one. Her and Bobby there on the beach. And Whitney Houston was getting her mug on. You know what I'm saying? That's why we love Whitney. Whitney is so real. And see, a lot of people were living off of Whitney. A lot of niggas was living off Whitney. And what are niggas good at when it comes to money? Dictating your money. I don't know how the fuck Pat Houston is the president of her estate. I don't know why Miss Sissy can't do it. I don't know why Chrissy can't do it. Because honestly, Pat Houston, when they did that On My Own series, you know what I'm saying? That just sounded shady. The Houstons on our own. And them niggas is probably still living off Whitney's coins, you know what I'm saying? And unlike the Aaliyah movie, because the Aaliyah movie, they didn't get rights to no Aaliyah songs. None. I think At Your Best, that's an Ozzy Brothers song. You know, every song that she sung damn near on that thing was something that wasn't written by somebody else that normally writes her shit. You didn't hear One in a Million, you didn't hear Heartbroken, you didn't hear Age Ain't Nothing But Enough, you didn't hear none of that shit. You didn't hear Back and Forth, none of that shit. Whitney Houston, you heard songs that Babyface wrote, L.A. Reid wrote, Clyde Davis wrote. So that, you know what that tells me? That means the people who are writing these songs approved of the movie. And it's getting good ratings. You know, it's not even like people are bad. The only people that are really shitting on this movie are people who don't like Whitney Houston like that. Diehard Whitney fans that the only way this movie could have pleased them is if they unearthed Whitney and Whitney played herself. You know what I'm saying? People are shitting on this movie for the wrong reasons. People don't know how to sit and watch a movie and enjoy a movie. And I enjoyed this movie, you know what I'm saying, enough to where if it came out on DVD, I'd probably buy it. And that's the first time in a long time I've actually said I'd buy a made-for-TV movie on DVD. You know what I'm saying? And it's just one of those things where you got to take it with a grain of salt. This movie is going to show her doing coke. It's going to show her kind of wilding out. It's going to show her behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? We all know Whitney got high. We all know Whitney was, you know, straight hood. So, but we also know that she was a phenomenal singer. We also know that she broke barriers. She is the most awarded female artist ever. There's no other female that's fucking with her right now. There's no female period that's touching her. For Deborah Cox to be able to sing those songs, Deborah Boo Boo, you better be coming out with an album soon because you are on fire right now because people are loving that. That's one thing I am hearing good about it. People are saying, ooh, Deborah went in on them songs. You know, it wasn't Whitney, can't replace Whitney, but Deborah did a damn good job. And goddamn, it's a movie. The casting is the casting, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not everybody in the Ray movie looked like Ray. I mean, hell, Jamie Foxx resembled Ray a lot, but damn. But, I mean, even look at the James Brown movie. People were shitting on the James Brown movie because dude didn't look exactly like James Brown. It's a fucking movie. Goddamn. Enjoy that shit. But overall, I give the Whitney Houston movie, Whitney, being that it's on Lifetime, it takes a lot for a Lifetime movie to get. I'll buy, but I did say I'll buy the DVD, so that's my rating. So y'all know how I do. It's either Blockbuster, go see it the day it comes out, dollar movie, DVD, bootleg, or don't even bother with it. I'll buy the DVD. Pretty good movie. Much respect to the Houston family. Hi, Chrissy. Chrissy Houston responds to me sometimes on Twitter. Like I said, I wouldn't pay attention to anything that Pat Houston has to say because, Pat Houston was basically, I watched her on my own series and I didn't like the way she treated Chrissy. I didn't like the way she talked about, what she was doing with her man. So peace to Brittany. Peace to Bobby. Peace to Bobby, you know what I'm saying? Because, I'm going to close with this. We don't know what happened in their relationship. Only Bobby, Chrissy, and God and Whitney know. You know what I'm saying? So, for all we know, that, and when a man's in a situation like that where, a woman is the main breadwinner, because, let's be real. Bobby Brown's career versus Whitney's career, Bobby doesn't stand a chance, even though Bobby Brown himself, he has broke many barriers. Don't get twisted. Bobby Brown has the blueprint that Usher, Trey Songz, and a lot of these R&B cats are following. So don't get it twisted. But Bobby Brown, for all we know, maybe that is weird. I have lots of homeboys who have girlfriends or baby mamas or whatever that have situations where they're, they have to kind of, adapt to the woman's lifestyle. Maybe Bobby Brown wasn't doing coconut before he met Whitney. We don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, Bobby Brown, he cheated on her. That's fucked up. And, he said he believes she cheated on him, but, shit, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, here's a perfect example. Tina Turner's movie, What's Love Got to Do With It? Tina, they put that movie out there. Y'all motherfuckers ate that shit up. Ooh, and in result, it ended up blackballing Ike Turner. Okay, yeah, they had their issues, Ike Turner and Tina Turner. But if it wasn't for Ike Turner, where would Tina Turner be? Probably a nurse somewhere in St. Louis, humming and singing at karaoke. Let's just be real. Ike Turner pulled her on that stage. Ike Turner let her sing. Ike Turner gave her the chance. Ike Turner gave her his name. Ike Turner put her out there. Yeah, he beat the hell out of her. Yeah, he did all that shit to her, and he ain't denying it. He didn't deny that shit. But the way he was treated after that movie came out until the time of his death was unacceptable. But yet, when a man puts it out for Whitney, when Bobby puts it out for Whitney, y'all, no, that can't happen. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is know both sides of the story. When I watched the Tina Turner's movie, I got to hear Ike Turner's side of the story. Ike was like, Tina was on them drugs too. Probably so. Tina was, wilding out too. Probably so. But y'all got to see a whole one-sided story of Tina singing and basically dealing with Ike doing drugs and Ike, a lot of shit. And, I even watched some of Tina Turner's interviews and stuff. Tina Turner was like, Ike Turner was already married when she was messing with him, when they started messing around. So that movie didn't tell that part of the story. All that movie told was basically Ike Turner, it was just an opportunity. She seized it. It didn't show that Ike Turner was married, you know what I'm saying? But nobody thinks about that. That shows you how one-sided this world is, you know what I'm saying? But I got much love for Bobby Brown. I got much love for Chrissy. I got love for Miss Sissy. I can't fuck with nobody else in the Houston family because honestly they're irrelevant to me. I don't care what Pat Houston's daughter went through at school, you know what I'm saying? Because she probably was flossing, saying Whitney Houston's my aunt and living off that good Whitney check, you know what I'm saying? Let's just be real. Whitney Houston took care of her family, and that's very noble of her. But at the same time, Bobby, Christina, if you watch this, I please hope you watch this. Baby girl, please take control of your mama's business. You and your grandma, y'all need to, if y'all haven't already, come together, take care of your mama's business, you know what I'm saying? I would love to see Whitney on the big screen, the whole story of her life. That would be the greatest thing on this earth. But real shit, this shit's shady, you know what I'm saying? And for Clive Davis, who loved Whitney, and Whitney made him a lot of money too, for him to approve this means that there was some truth to it. So I'm not going to bash him. Like I said, definitely go see the Whitney movie. Judge for yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy, Mr.2000. me, woman. It's all in me. Well, I'm not a woman, no homo. I'll let you, boy.